They're here.
Cursed subtly. Still using civilians as human shields this late in the battle.
Your Highness, how shall we proceed?
The Sanctum are probably trying to keep us in place here so they can bombard us with cannon fire. Even if that is not their aim, we cannot afford to get caught up dealing with these believers. Take down anyone who gets directly in your way, and push straight through to Sodali.
Leave it to Crucium.
And us, your personal guard Venom.
That's what I like to hear. But be on the ready for Abbott's cannon.
Yes, Your Highness.
Advance!
No need for chit-chat. Here I come! Faster, faster!
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. By the Azure Let's go, partner.
Let us enjoy ourselves. Your demise is upon you.
Let's give it our best. I'll take care of this.
Darkness is my strength. This battle is not over.
And stay down!
Not on my watch.
Come now. Let us enjoy ourselves.
I'll protect you!
Have my gratitude.
And stay down!
You will not strike me.
Savor this pain.
Take this! It seems they were no match for my dark blade.
Something isn't right. Why does that cur Abbott not fire his cannon at us? Has he run out of ammunition? Or is he up to something even more sinister? I can't see what he's up to now that he has relocated that cannon of his down to the plains. There it is. Abbott's infernal cannon. Damn it! Can I make it in time?
King Jaden!
Incoming!
I don't see it.
King Jaden! Are you all right, Your Highness?
Fear not. It is but a mere scratch.
That is not the issue here. What if something had happened to you, my liege?
Your Highness is the only one who can unite the whole of Ardra. We would lay down our own lives to make that hope a reality.
Indeed, we would happily be sacrificial pawns in the battles for that goal.
So Your Highness should not be the one risking himself for us.
When did you two grow the unmitigated gall to speak to me like that?
Forgive us, my king.
If you two aren't amongst those who celebrate my victory, then none of this will feel half as good as it should. I wish to dream big, but I also wish to do so with you both at my side.
King Ch.10.
I will be all right. Just believe in me as you have done thus far, and from here on out as well. But that Cur Abbot sure has been hitting us hard. No one would expect a purely horizontal shot like that. You have to admire the man's ingenuity.
He knew we would be able to ascertain where his cannonballs would land if he continued to shoot along standard parabolic trajectories. But a cannon that can fire at such a low height and parallel with the ground, I've never heard of the like.
There are rumors that Abbott's cannon has been enhanced through the application of magical energy. But its performance is beyond what I ever could have imagined. This world is indeed full of surprises. All things considered, us being grouped together like this is likely just what the enemy wants.
Leave the front line to us, my liege.
We shall deliver Sadali's head to you without fail.
Very well, but be careful. There is no telling what Sadali will try next.
Yes, my liege.
We shall bear that in mind, Your Highness.
Damn it. Looks like I didn't completely avoid that last volley.
Ch.10.
You took your time getting here, so we decided to get things started without you.
Do you intend on fighting this battle on your own?
Raldor and Shunak have taken my forces to confront Sadali head-on.
Leaving their injured king here alone to fend for himself?
So you witnessed our little exchange, did you? In any case, I am the one Abbott has his sights set on. I don't want to endanger my men by keeping them near me.
So you plan on drawing Abbott's cannon fire to yourself?
Well, I am no longer the lone target now that you're on the field, Mont.
Why does my presence?
You know what I'm talking about.
Right. It was the forces of Leonis who brought ruin upon Abbott's division, Styria.
Be warned, those shots he skims along the surface of the land are fearsome indeed.
I know. I witnessed what he did with the last bout of cannon fire.
Sounds like you already have a plan up your sleeve, though.
There was something I would like to try.
Hold on a moment. Kingmont, you cannot mean to remain here as well.
There is reason in what Jaden says.
But the two of you making yourselves targets for Abbott's cannon is suicide.
I have no intent on falling out here. I hope to draw the Sanctum's main force this way, in order to reduce the numbers guarding Sadali.
And how do we fit into this plan, Your Highness?
Raldor and Shunak are both Rundal's finest. By adding you three into the mix, I am sure your combined might shall be able to defeat Sadali. And that is what will save the innocent civilians ensnared in this war.
We shall get to it then.
You have some fine soldiers there.
I've been fortunate to have them by my side through thick and thin.
You do know that Abbott's cannon is not the only thing with its sights set on us. There are hordes of the Sanctum's brainwashed believers and warrior monks to contend with, too. So it will come down to whether our men can claim Sadali's head before the two of us run out of steam.
I shall not lose. Never!
That is the reply I was hoping for. Here they come.
We won't forgive those who make By others the suffer. Azure Crystal. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Here
Can
I
you keep
come.
up? Let the bout begin, my friends.
Darkness is my deepest darkness sharpens my blade.
Let's give it our best. Power of
At my
my
rest.
Gotta be quick.
Got you!
Faster, faster! Prepare yourself. I'll protect you.
That
a
offers
hand,
quite
are
the
you?
boost.
Not on my watch.
I guess this works.
My thanks.
Got you!
A fine bout that was.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come. Can you keep up?
Darkness is my strength. Darkness sharpens my blade.
Let the bout begin. My thanks.
Let's give it our best. I'll protect
My
you.
thanks.
Not on my watch.
Faster, faster! Prepare yourself! Here's our chance. Get ready!
you!
I can see right through you, you know. And stay down! Witness the true extent of my abilities. I'll take care of this.
Got you! It was a pleasure fighting at your side.
So Mott has met up with Jaden. And they both appear to be sending their loyal underlings this way.
They have chosen to divide their forces?
You could say that.
Meaning Mont and Jaden have chosen to stand their ground.
They probably assume I will target them, thus allowing their forces to advance unmolested. They either underestimate the might of my cannon, or realize that it is running low on magical energy. Not that it matters either way.
You intend to target them despite knowing it is a mere ruse to draw your fire?
I do indeed. I have reached where I am today by taking up the gauntlet whenever it is thrown down. I suppose you can say my origin, what drives me forward, and what will become my very legacy is the art of the duel. My cannon may be running low on magical energy, but I shall make do.
I shall leave you to it then.
Where is it you are off to?
Why, to deal with Mont and Jaden's underlings, of course.
Oh, so the very founder of the Crystal Sanctum takes to the battlefield his holy self. People would pay top gil to view such a sight.
You are a shinobi from Leonis.
I am Ch.10.
Thank you for having my back there.
I have no need for your gratitude. I am merely doing as King Mont ordered.
King Mont ordered you here?
Well, well.
Ch.10, that's the tone you use when picking a fight. Apologies, gentlemen.
No offense taken.
The name is Lilith, commander of Leonis' Calum.
I am Raldor, commander of Rundal's Crucium.
Oh, so it was you. I hear you looked after some of our young ones for a bit. They came back beaming with pride about someone from Rundal complimenting them.
You mean those 3 girls? All I did was give them my truthful appraisal of their standings. Now I believe an introduction is in order. This is Shunak. And you would be?
Dia of Ovis. Do not get the wrong idea. We didn't bring her with us to cause any trouble. Ovis has opened its castle gates to provide care for all, even Rundal's wounded as well.
This is news to us.
Lady Lucia and Lord Baral are among those taking solace there as we speak.
Is that so? But why would Ovis do such a thing?
To make amends for Princess Shalza. No, that woman is no princess anymore. She betrayed Ovis to the Crystal Sanctum in order to seize the throne and ring as her own. In the end, Rundal may have been right to attack Ovis.
Lady Dia, you do not have to force yourself to justify our motivations.
What?
We champion what is considered right for us and act accordingly. However, we do not impose those beliefs on other kingdoms. For what might be considered right for Rundal could be different from what is right for Ovis. That said... Thank you. You have our heartfelt appreciations.
Now we have one less thing to worry about.
Sottily is our common enemy. So, just for now, we would like you to lend us your might.
We should be the ones saying that to you. It is reassuring to be on the same page indeed.
From here, we intend to fight our way to the heart of the enemy and relieve Sottily of his head.
What a coincidence. We happen to have similar business with Sottily. But know that we won't let you beat us to our common quarry.
Well said. Sounds like we have a contest on our hands.
Do not get yourselves killed in the process.
Right back at you.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come, and stay down!
We won't forgive those who make others By the suffer. Azure Crystal.
Let's go, partner.
Let the bout begin, my friends.
Darkness is my strength. It's not over.
Let's give it our best. Here's our chance. Get ready! Grant me the power to protect. And stay down!
Got this!
I'll take care of it.
Is everything all
You
right?
have my gratitude. You will not strike me.
Witness the true extent of my abilities.
Take this!
And stay down!
Got this!
Critical hit! Faster, faster! Prepare yourself!
Let's go, partner.
Take this! It seems they were no match for my dark blade.
Dear me. How unbecoming. I've let this excitement get the better of me. And now I have this bloody nose. Say some energy for any unforeseen emergencies. But my instincts tell me to obliterate Mort Cheat while I have the chance.
Found Rocky. Found Rocky on the bridge.
My prowess would be recognized by all. People the world over would have no choice but to write songs in my name. And it would prove once and for all that Styria is the strongest division in all Ardra. Future apologies too subtly, but I shall cannonade both these kings so heavily, there will be no trace of them or their infernal rings left in existence.
Jaden's inner circle is left.
Looks like they've got orders. I'd reckon they're out trying to claim Sottely's head.
And that means we have been given the perfect opportunity to take down Jaden.
And we have the King of Leonis, Mont, as an added bonus.
If we kill both kings, our advancement to the top brass of the Crystal Sanctum shall be guaranteed. We have to seize this chance.
When the next wave of Sanctum monks attack, why don't we also enter the fray?
Sounds like a plan.
Those two make me laugh. Comral actually thinks they stand a chance of defeating Jaden. Like that would ever happen. But it got me thinking. Jaden seems to be wounded pretty bad.
Yeah, and those guards of his seem to be off fighting somewhere else to boot. Then again, the King of Leonis turning up like that was a little unexpected.
Think about it though. If we can bump them both off, we will get our hands on 2 ancient rings. There is no way we can pass up a chance like this.
You can say that again.
Comral was talking about rising to top brass within the Sanctum. But that big oaf could think so much bigger. With those rings, you could easily become a ruler of these lands.
How about we pretend to offer Comral and Jennok backup?
But steal all the glory for ourselves? Now that sounds like a plan.
Raldor, what's wrong?
It cannot be.
What is going on here? He stands before us alone, without any guards.
Does it matter? Many a life will be saved if we can deal with him here and now. It would finally put an end to this war.
It appears I am rather loathed. To think I have merely strived to bring happiness to the lives of so many thus far.
I shall not let this chance slip by!
Now, Theo!
Got it!
Damn you!
My turn! Go, Shinobi!
My, how clever.
How is this possible?
You are much too slow for the likes of me. It displeases me greatly to behold those who struggle to no avail. Sheep should sheepishly acquiesce and prostrate themselves at their great shepherd's feet. Yes, that is how it should be. Now then. I wonder how Abbott is faring with Jaden. Perhaps I should spectate upon his little show.
It's almost as if you watched in wait for our men to leave before making your entrance.
What if we did?
So I was right.
All that counts in war is winning. And by any means possible.
I see. I thought I knew your faces from somewhere, but it took me a moment to place them. You two are remnants of Lycaros, aren't you?
Oh, so you have finally realized. If it had not been for you, Lycaros would have conquered the whole continent by now.
That would never have happened.
What?
Lycaros was brought down by me. Just one man escaped from his cell with a gun in his hand. What could a nation that weak possibly conquer? As always, you severely underestimate your opponents.
You're just full of yourself, aren't you? What could you two possibly do on your own, huh?
You think there are only two of us here?
Wait, what?
You two, hiding over there. Why not come out and join us?
We were intending to step in and steal the glory once you tired yourselves out fighting Comral and Jinnok.
But it seems we no longer have that luxury.
Then let's share the glory equally instead.
Given the circumstances, that will have to do. Oh. And you'll also be sorely mistaken if you think it's just the two of us joining the party.
Our reinforcements will be here any minute now.
And there is a whole lot of them, too. You'll learn soon enough.
We won't forgive those who make other the Azure Crystal. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come. Keep up? Let the bout begin, my friend.
Darkness is my strength. Is not over.
Let's give it our best. Power of my friend.
Will not strike me.
I can see right through you, you know. And stay down! Yeah! I almost quite the boost. I guess this works. Prepare yourself.
Let's go, partner.
Faster, faster! Gotta be quick!
Take this!
I'll protect you!
That offered quite the boost.
Got you! It was a pleasure fighting at your side. We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Got you! Let's go, partner.
If you choose to stand in my way, let me present you a lesson.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come! Faster! Let's give it our best. I'll protect you!
My thanks. I will fight until the very end. I will give it my all. I'll give you a fight. You can use a hand.
Gotta be quick!
Takes more than that.
Not on my watch.
Get up and get moving.
I prefer it fair and square.
Gratitude.
Let's go, partner.
Save So it's finished.
Mont, you fool of a king! You demean yourself by showing off in front of these Lycoros leftovers. But you have provided me with the opportunity I had been waiting for. At least you shall go out with a bang. A glorious, booming one. Such a pity those Lycoros chaps will have to be collateral damage. But they were going to suffer a humiliating defeat anyway. May as well clean up such worthless garbage while I'm at it. Prepare to be blown to smithereens! Firing away!
I am surprised you are still standing after the punishment we just dealt you. Your determination is worthy of praise, I'll give you that. However, it ends.
Jaden?
Incoming! Damn, we won't get away in time! Fool! What do you think you're doing?
If we cannot outrun it...
Mont, this is completely absurd! Trust me! Mont! Who would ever have thought you could stop a cannonball with visions? You never cease to amaze me. This is why you're the King of Leonis, wielder of the ring!
What did I just witness?
He shouldered a cannonball, still in motion, but there's not a single scratch on him!
We're kidding ourselves if we think we can take the legs of him on! I say we pull out!
Curse that abbot. He was waiting for just the right moment to take that shot.
Indeed. He almost landed it as well.
Before we have our showdown with Sottily.
We should deal with Abbott first.
Over our dead bodies!
We do not wish to fight meaningless battles. Step aside.
You are wasting your breath, Mont. These zealots are happy to lay down their lives for Sodomy.
So be it then.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Got you! Let's go, partner.
If you choose to stand in my way,
Get up and get to
I
the
owe you
gratitude.
trouble you. No need for chit-chat. Here I come! Faster! Let's give it our best. Here's our chance. Get ready!
I will fight until the very end. I will give it my all.
Let's go, partner.
save this.
Can you keep up? I'll protect you.
You will fall!
Got you!
I've got you! Gratitude. I will not stand down.
Let me present you a blessing. So it's finished then.
Ah, so they intend to remove Abbott from the playing field before moving on to me. It shall be interesting to see how Abbott responds to this. His cannon must be low on magical energy by now. So shall he stand and fight, or make a hasty retreat?
Damn it! Mont and Jaden come this way? Am I to suffer another defeat? Are my days to be filled with intolerable humiliation once more? Just as when my motherland, Wizette, was decimated, and I lost my precious Styria. Must I relive it all again? No! I will not stand for it! Damnation! No. Do not lose your composure. Calm down. Deep breaths, Abbott. Deep breaths. Fortunately, there is still a good distance between them and I. And from their current position, they shouldn't be able to summon visions directly upon me. Which means I remain unchallenged on this battlefield! I cannot have them becoming puffed up with pride over stopping just a single cannonball. So how about this then, Mont? And you too, Jaden. How shall you defend yourselves against these?
Jaden! Confound it! Abbott is firing a whole salvo at us!
He probably aims to finish us off before we draw too close to him. Do not go getting yourself killed, Mont!
The same goes for you!
We cannot keep dancing around his shots like this forever.
Any ideas, Jaden? We cannot perform a counterattack yet. We are too far off to summon visions near him.
We won't be doing that.
Then, how do we deal with Abbott?
First, we need to lessen the distance between him and us.
All right. I shall put my trust in you.
Here goes nothing. Mont.
I am still in one piece. The closer we get to Abbott, the harder it is to evade his cannon fire. This may be as far as we can go.
Indeed. Hopefully this will be close enough.
So what is it you plan to do, Jaden?
You should thank me, Abbott. Whilst it pains me to do this, I'm giving up on that cannon of yours. I summon thee, Veritas of the Light!
Is that vision the ace Jaden has been keeping up his sleeve?
Ah, so that is the light which clipped Gilgamesh's wings.
You too shall become part of the next chapter of my great story!
I shall not lose, no matter how I am tested! I shall use up all my cannon's remaining magical energy reserves and pulverize anything in its line of beautiful fire! Eat this!
Damn. It was a trade-off.
Now you have used that little ace up your sleeve. It seems you have played all your cards.
So now you finally decide to show yourself.
Do not hold back on these heathens. Deliver them to the great beyond.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Can you
Here
keep
I
up?
If you choose to stand in my way,
I'll lend a hand. Let's give it our best. I'll protect you.
Appreciate it. I will fight until the very end. I will not stand down. Takes more than that.
Present you a blessing of lead.
Thank you.
It ends here!
Got you!
I've got you!
By the Azure Crystal.
And stay down! I don't lose to slowpokes, you know?
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come. I prefer it fair and square.
If you choose to stand in my way,
Get up and get loose, gratitude.
Let's give it our best. The power of
My thanks. I will fight until the very end. I will give it my all.
Got you!
And stay down!
I'll let you see something really good.
It ends here!
Is that all you've got? Got you!
And stay down!
Let me present you a blessing of land.
Here's our chance. Get ready!
You will fall!
Got you!
I've got you!
Faster, faster! I'll protect you!
By the Azure Crystal.
Save this. So it's finished then. If you choose to stand in my way, I'll understand my face.
We won't forgive those who make others. By the Azure Crystal. Let's go, partner.
No need for chit-chat. Here I come. I prefer it fair and square. Let's give it our best.
I will fight until the very end. I will not stand down.
Let me present you a blessing of lead.
Faster, faster! I owe you.
You will fall!
Got you!
I've got you!
And stay
It ends here!
Is that all you've got?
And stay down!
I've got you!
So it's finished then.
You both are wounded all over. There is no longer any chance you can win this battle. Now die, regretting that you rejected my divine guidance.
Are those visions yours?
No, not mine. Look at their armor.
That's the Heindler design.
King Jaden. Why do you fight alongside Mont, our sworn enemy? The King Jaden I knew would never need to stoop to such a thing. Or can you not defeat subtly, without resorting to such desperate measures? King Jaden never makes mistakes. Never. I have believed that, without doubt, until now. However, was I myself wrong? Was it?
King Oberon.
Stay out of this.
Huh?
No matter what transpires.
Yes, Your Highness.
Such attacks do not against me. is no escape! This is the end for you.
King Oberon has finally awoken.
Such incredible power, even in a glancing blow. As an enemy, he would make for a terrifying foe. But as an ally... I believe the time to withdraw has presented itself. What's going on?
What am I doing here?
Subtly got away.
Most impressive, Oberon. A nice ring you have there.
How could you join forces with Leonis? Even if their king also bears a ring, you should have no need for them.
We have by no means joined forces. As far as Leonis is concerned, Rundal is still our...
I do not ask you.
For goodness sake, Oberon.
Is this all that you are?
What are you on about?
Was the man I followed, admired, and even worshipped nothing more than a pretense? I endured every kind of tribulation for you, dedicated everything I had to you. Yet despite all that, had I not joined the battle just now, what would have become of you?
Oberon.
Reporting, Your Highness!
What is it?
Gilgamesh has attacked Rundal Castle.
What in blazes? How fares the castle?
I am afraid it continues to burn, my liege. And unfortunately, Lady Elia's whereabouts are currently unknown.
Sorry, Mont, but I must return to my castle. The next time we meet...
I know. Neither of us shall hold back.
Oberon, with me. Damn you, Gilgamesh. Of all the times to attack. Any word on Elia?
Sorry, Your Highness. Her whereabouts are still unknown.
It seems the old town area is mainly what is aflame. What of the keep?
Intact, but... there is evidence of a battle with both Rundal soldiers and Goga shinobi amongst the dead.
Goga Shinobi. What the hell?
You expedited the wedding procession. You know not your own bride's whereabouts. And your castle is aflame with the bodies of Goga Shinobi inside it. If you can see all that must be seen, why did you not foresee this?
It was just a chain of unfortunate events. These things happen.
These things happen? Is that how little Elia means to you?
No. Elia is my...
King Jaden never makes such mistakes. Not ever. You are not King Jaden.
What are you talking about?
Imposter! You shall not deceive me!
Oran, what have you...
The throne in that castle is not yours!
King Oberon has gone mad! Our king has fallen!
I must search for the one true King Jaden. The King Jaden of absolute perfection. I must serve him and dedicate to him my very all.
King Mott! Is it true, then?
Yes, the war is over.
These are welcome tidings indeed.
It is in no small part due to your efforts. You have my deepest gratitude.
It is we who must thank you, my lord, for it was Ovis that was saved by your brave actions.
How fare the wounded from Rundal?
It is still too soon to move them. But do not worry over them. Now the war is over, we shall treat former friends and foe alike, and nurse the injured back to health no matter their banners. What troubles your highness?
I heard a report that Rundal Castle has come under attack.
Which forces could do such a thing?
It was no army. It appears that it was Gilgamesh who carried it out.
The winged one.
I wonder as to whether we should inform the wounded people of Rundal who rest here.
That is a tough decision to make.
It certainly is.
What is it, your highness?
I know not. My heart suddenly beats wildly. Something is amiss.
Soon the crystal's magic will be completely drained.
Good.
then our work of extracting the magic from the crystal will be done. Lord Sottily will surely be pleased.
What's going on? The crystal! Look!
It is falling!